Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to KGX to the Z TV. 3 points. I told folks, I said, even in the match preview, appreciate those folks checking it out. I said, Crystal Palace is ripe for the taking. Ripe for the taking. They are a club that is in internal disarray right now. Their manager wants to leave. They just sold their club captain. Their talisman in Mateta wants to leave. They're going to lose Adam Wharton probably in the summer, or if not this year, next year. They are in true contention to go down probably next season because, let's be fair, this year, Burnley, Wolves probably didn't do enough in that first half, but this was a Crystal Palace team that has yet to beat us since 2017, and I know we've had a couple of draws with them lately. We had the 0-0, I think, to start the season, or 1-1. But this is a Crystal Palace team that, on paper, is not as scary as they used to be. No more Eze. Elise gone the summer before. Like I said, Gehi gone. They had Brennan Johnson out there. They had Yarmi Pino out there. They had Sarr, who just got back from AFCON. Lacroix, who's a very, very promising and a good young center back, or sort of middle of the road center back. Chris Richards, U.S. international. They had Munoz come back. Tyreek Mitchell on that left hand side. But I said to folks, and I said in the preview, I was like, this team is not the Crystal Palace that we've seen over the last 18 months, the one that won the FA Cup, the one that won the Community Shield, the one that was defensively resolute, one that was offered a lot of concern going forward, right? Mateta's got one goal since, I think, New Year's. So he's not on a good run of form. They're eking out results here and there. They're 12th, 13th, 14th in the table. And we went there and we did what we had to do. And we treated them like the squad that they are, like the club that they are. Selling club. Yes, they've been a Premier League mainstay over the last decade or so. Yes, they operate with a pretty decent model. They're very good at identifying talent. But this is a club that, and that's a team that we should be beating 9 times out of 10. And we went there, fair play to the boys. We went there and we handled business. And to be honest with you, it was pretty comfortable. Pretty comfortable. 3-1 Chelsea. The lineup, start from the back. We had Sanchez in goal. Reece James right back. Cucurella left back. Center back partnership was Badiashile and Trev. Midfield, Enzo, Caicedo, Santos, Enzo in the 10 because Cole Palmer wasn't fit enough to even make the bench, or maybe we just out of precaution midweek for Napoli. Right side, Esteval, JP up top. Left side, Pedro Neto. And first 15, 20 minutes, yeah, it was a little slow. It was a little sluggish. It was a little methodical, too safe from us. But moments of quality that we've been missing out on over the last month or so, we got today. And that Brazilian on the right-hand side, the 18-year-old Esteval, gets us off the mark, got in behind Tyreek Mitchell. Lovely, lovely composure in front of goal. Lovely speed and pace to defend off Mitchell. Lovely strength and a hell of a finish across goal. Put his foot through it. 1-0 Chelsea, and you're like, okay. Wasn't the first time that we had gotten in behind. For some reason, Palace was pushing up a little bit high when they had possession. But very, very, very justified 1-0 lead. Like I said, we weren't necessarily peppering their goal to start, but we were holding on to possession. Esteval was dangerous on that side. Neto wasn't doing too much on the other side, but João Pedro was sort of, kind of controlling play and linking things up much better than what we've seen from Delap over the last few years. But yeah, we take the 1-0 lead. We go into halftime. We under a little bit of pressure in that towards the end of the first half. We get into the halftime, and what do we do when we come out in the second half? We take the game to them, and we pretty much kill the game off. João Pedro, another goal. I think that's 4 goals in his last 5 in the league, so, or maybe 5 overall. So nice to see him starting to pick up the GNA, to get the shots off. Esteval with a fantastic assist on it. How Esteval didn't get man of the match today, I don't know. João Pedro ended up getting it. Like I said, João Pedro didn't play bad, but Esteval was by far the most dangerous attacker. Lovely, lovely weight of pass. João Pedro did very well. He sits Adam Morton down. Calm coast finish with his left foot. Nutmegs the keeper. A lot of power on it. Not much Dean Henderson can do. It's 2-0, and we're like, okay, all right. We've been in this position before. We've seen us concede a goal and sort of make things difficult for us, invite the pressure on us, knowing how Selhurst Park can get a tight pitch. We're happy that we're up 2-0. We're comfortable, but we're pessimistic, and we're not pessimistic. We're cautious because we've got bozos at the back that at any given moment can sort of play or allow the other team to get back into it. But we go out and we keep attacking. Ball falls to João Pedro in the box off of a nice high turnover that we had caused from some good pressing up top. João Pedro has a strike. It hits off of the defender. VAR rightly intervenes. They do take a long time to look at it in the monitor because his hand was down here I'll say in somewhat natural position, but still, it was a clear as day handball. VAR does its job. Enzo Fernandez didn't have the best of games, sort of meaty type of performance, 6 out of 10, but he converts the penalty, slots it in the bottom right-hand corner to the keeper's left. It's 3-0, and it's game over. Adam Morton gets a yellow card probably about 9 minutes later. Picks up 2 yellows in a very, very quick amount of time. He gets sent off. They're down to 10 men, and it's pretty much a training exercise. And yes, we do concede from a corner late. That's the only red flag on this particular game. The only part where you say, yeah, we should have been 3-0, clean sheet. But it's 3-1. It's an important 3 points. With the way things shook out in the weekend, with Liverpool losing, Man United at the time of recording of this, they went out and they handled business. So, we're sitting there in 5th place now behind Man United, but a point above Liverpool, plus 14 goal difference. So we're very nice in that regard. And yeah, big week coming up. Napoli midweek, West Ham on the weekend. We need to win both of these matches, especially the West Ham game. Don't expect the folks around us. Like I said, Newcastle lost, Brentford lost, Liverpool lost, Fulham kind of creeped up and they won. Aston Villa won, Man City won, and then United won. So look, the race for that top 4, top 5 is going to be very, very tight. Hopefully the coefficient in Europe makes it so that just like last year, it's a top 5 UCL thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me know who your man of the match was. Like I said, mine was Esteval. Thought Rosinha got his lineup right. Thought he got his subs right. I thought the tactics were right. We weren't very open, and I know Palace finished with more shots on target and we had more saves, but a lot of those were just routine saves, very routine. I think there's only 1 or 2 that really caused Sanchez to really pull out a good save. There's a Badiashile bozo moment where he let Mateta in and Sanchez had a great kick save that could have been very dangerous for us because at that time it was 0-0. But apart from that, very, very calm, good win, 4 wins out of 5 for Rosinha, and we move. But folks, let me know what you think. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one. Peace.